Welcome to AT 24/7. I'm Aaron Dean. A Boeing vendor that builds 737 MAX 9 fuselages is now part of an investigation into the door plunge blowout on an Alaska Airlines flight. A Boeing source tells us the company thinks that the issue originated in the manufacturing chain. The Avid Channel's Laura Aguirre has the latest.
We know what broke. We need to understand how it broke.
What broke was a fuselage door plug on Alaska Air Flight 1282 last Friday. It blew off shortly after takeoff, depressurizing the cabin and terrifying the passengers inside until the crew could land the jet safely. The door plug was later found on the lawn of a Portland, Oregon home.
We're going to look at it in a microscope and figure out where there are bolts here in the first place.
Questions that may be answered by Spirit AeroSystems, a Boeing contractor that builds the fuselages for the 737 MAX 9 aircraft.
Our job is to understand literally everything that has happened, everything that surrounds that particular fuselage plug, and fix it.
Spirit AeroSystems executives say they're cooperating with the NTSB's investigation, noting in a statement that they remain focused on the quality of each aircraft structure that leaves their facility.
We have asked everybody who touches our processes to volunteer information that might cite a nonconformance.
The FAA announced Thursday that it's launching an investigation of its own into Boeing. In a post on X, the FAA says such an incident should have never happened, and it will determine if Boeing failed to ensure its products met the approved design and could be operated safely. Boeing CEO says he isn't ready to point fingers at Spirit AeroSystems directly.
Yes, it escaped their factory, but then it escaped ours too. So we're all in this together. We have to figure this one out.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
The Biden administration announces more than $620 million for new electric vehicle charging stations across the country. The money will go to fund 47 projects in 22 states and Puerto Rico. Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg says that it will result in 7,500 new charging ports as well as EV and hydrogen fueling facilities for freight trucks in busy corridors. The funding comes from the bipartisan infrastructure law. A new study published in the American Academy of Neurology reveals that Black people experience strokes more frequently and at younger ages when compared to white people. Researchers looked at stroke trends from more than 2 decades worth of data from hospitals in Ohio and Kentucky from 1993 to 2015. The overall rate of stroke decreased from 230 cases per 100,000 people to 188, but the rate of stroke amongst Black people was 50 to 80% higher than the rate among whites. And Starbucks is being sued for alleged deceptive marketing of its coffee and tea products. The lawsuit filed by the National Consumers League says that Starbucks misrepresents to customers that it's, quote, committed to 100% ethical coffee sourcing and 100% ethical sourced tea. They also claim that Starbucks coffee beans and tea leaves are sourced from supply chains that have committed severe human rights and labor abuses. Starbucks says that it plans to aggressively defend against the claims. Amazon is eliminating hundreds of jobs across its film and streaming platforms. In addition to layoffs at Prime Video, roughly 35% of staffers at Twitch, Amazon's live streaming platform, are also getting let go as well. Now, those layoffs are coming to workers at Amazon MGM Studios. A source close to the company describes the announcement as a, quote, bloodbath, and that several senior executives were among those let go. Roughly 1.5 million people worked at Amazon as of late 2022. An avalanche has claimed the life of one person at a California ski resort. Now, that emergency crew reported spending hours climbing through snowdrifts at the resort. Now, one witness says that he saw rescuers snowmobile towing at least one person to a medical clinic at the resort. A video posted to social media showed a person being dug out by fellow skiers. So far, no other skiers are reported missing. Download the Avid Channel app on your phone or smart TV. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for the latest updates, and subscribe to our YouTube. There's more Avid Channel entertainment and news coming up after the break.